Alright, it's day number 57, if I'm not mistaken, of my talking in front of the camera, trying just to enhance my ability to speak English and improve my colloquial English. And I want to end this video as soon as possible because it's so hot. It's about 30 degrees outside, and damn, I just can't sit here in this t-shirt. I need to take off it, but I can't because I record this video. So also, I don't know what happened, but I wasn't able to add some subtitles below the video, below the last video, and I don't know will they be here or no. I hope that yes, but we will see. And also I realized that I want to work with my grammar harder because enrich my vocabulary. That's really cool, but also I need to get better structure of my sentence because I think it isn't enough good, especially when I need to tell about some long story. I'm losing the chain of sentence structure, and I guess sometimes it's hard to understand me. Also, I want to work more with my pronunciation because I realize that there are some words that I pronounce wrong. I don't know. Are there some like absorb, abandon? Previously, I could say abandon, but now I know that it's abandon, and it's very important. These sounds are very important, so I want to work more with that. And yeah, I hope it will be reflected on my video. And let's just get started because it's again introduction for 2 minutes. However, I don't need it because I have only answered those questions. So let's get started. Alright, do you like working team? Yes, definitely, especially if I'm a leader of team, if I can provide some guidance, guides, or if I can provide something like this, if I can lead the team. I really like it because it means that I take it really seriously, and it's very important for me to take, to hold everything under my control, if you know what I mean. So yeah, generally I like to work in a team because it's a great opportunity to execute something really faster than on your own. Alright, have you teamed up with someone else before? Um, yes, because for example, even when I was in the school, when I studied, we had some projects, we had some activities, and we needed to work in the team. Also, when I attended an acting school, I needed to make a lot of improvisation. I needed to do a lot of such things, and sometimes I needed to teamed up with someone. So yes, definitely I did it, and yes. All right. What do you learn from working in a team? I realize that it's very important that there are some important reasons that you should realize. First of all, you have to understand who is inside your team, and you have to respect each opinion. You can't be the person who thinks that your opinion is the most precious, and nobody of people who's talking, who's telling to you, who's trying to give you some advice that he's wrong. So you have to work with them, and you have to hear them. And also it's very important to include their opinion, to because you have to be one team. Like if you argue, if you have some unresolved questions, uh, it can lead, it may lead to some problems, and it will be an obstacle, not the advantage of your team. You know what I mean? So yes, there are for real some very important moments that you have to not like execute, but all right. I don't know, I forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, of course, there are a lot of rules that I learned for me, and probably I can't even mention for them because for me, some rules seems like basics that I don't even tell about them because it's obvious. However, generally, a lot of people don't understand it, so I don't know. It's really a skill that you have to learn to work in team. It's the only thing that I can say. Alright, what do you dislike about teamwork? The only thing that I dislike is that if I have someone who can take responsibility and I have care not only about my own, but also about someone, and it creates more obstacles, more tasks for me, and that person isn't that one who will move you next, who will help you in the team. It's the only thing that I don't like when there a person who don't promote your team, who is an obstacle for a team like this. But generally, I don't think that there are some cons. Probably, as I mentioned, if you are a leader of the team, you have to care about others, but it's a role that someone has to execute. So it isn't a problem because as a result, you are getting faster. You are spending time more productive with your team than on your own. And I don't know, in my opinion, there are only cons and there are no pros, to be honest. But by the way, let me check. I wanted to say he is Hurden? Yeah.
He's a burden.
Burden. I'm sorry, his burden. I meant, like when the person is burden, it's a very bad, and it's the only that I dislike about teamwork. But as I mentioned, there are no problem accepted. Alright, so let's go next. It's part 2. Describe a time when you worked on a team project. You should say what the project was, who was on the team, what each person's role was, and explain what you learned from working as a team. Oh my god, I don't even know what should I mention about. About the project. Alright, I remember one time when it was in school when we needed to make comedy. Let me check. Comedy scene. It will be scene for you. Comedy scene.
Comedy scene.
Comedy scene. Alright, we needed to do comedy scene, and we had some people in our team, like about 5 to 6 person, and each of us played a significant role because each of us participated in some of scenes, and we needed to come up with some jokes, with something like this, to make our show really interesting and captivating, and at the same time funny. And I faced with the problem that there are some people who were interested in this, and someone who wasn't. And it was a bit of trouble because when we agreed to make an appointment, to meet in some place, to solve some questions, those people were like obstacle in that time because we agreed that we will be a team, but they didn't want to be in time. They didn't want to do some things. As a result, in the end, some of them decided that they don't want to participate. And as a result, when you're creating team, the only thing that I really understood when you are creating a team, you need to find a smart approach to realize who in your team is useful and who is the person who can take it seriously, who can leave any time. So in my case now, when I need to make some team for something, I don't remember what I did last time, but generally I realized that if I will have the need to create the team, I will be so really close, like, all right, I'll sort people really strong. I don't know. So I mean, what do I mean? All right, I finished with my monologue. I meant that each time when I'm talking about some story and when I have pauses, I realize that I don't realize anything. My mind full of those thoughts that I made some pause and I need to talk faster, because usually I'm speaking faster, and it makes me hard to continue speaking without any pauses. And as a result, I can't even think when I need to translate something, to remind some words, remember about some words. I can't do it because my mind full of thoughts about my pauses, about my ridiculous speaking and everything like this. But it's alive, and it's very important to realize. So that's, I know probably someone thinks that I'm really good in speaking, not really good. Have a lot of gaps that I need to work with and as we saw, such situations that I need to describe, but I can't. I usually describe it after the video one more time, but I'm using translator, I'm using ChatGPT to look how should it look like to be perfect, you know what I mean? And usually it helps, but in this case, as we see, it was a bit hard to describe because I barely remember that situation is the first issue, and the second one, I had several thoughts at the same time in my mind, and it was hard to tell about some story and at the same time thinking about bro, you have to speak faster, you make a lot of pauses and everything like this. All right, let's move next. Something between my teeth, something between my teeth, and it also distracts me, bro. All right, 5 more questions, let's go, because I'm tired and I'm sweating of this crazy temperatures that I have outdoors. All right, what kind of jobs require teamwork? Wait, let's move on to a broader discussion about teamwork and life, and at teamwork in life and at work. All right, what kind of jobs require teamwork? I guess each work, if you are not like the person, you know, who is designing something, who's making videos and works on his own, each project requires some team, no matter whether 2 person or 15 persons. Anyway, you need a team, and to be honest, I can't even mention, I don't have any idea in my mind what kind of job don't require teamwork. Probably when you work in the store and you are sorting something, you know, you don't need any help, you just working your job and everything like this. But when you work with some project, it's important to have a team. So I don't know, to be honest, some of basics, jobs probably don't require teamwork when you need to clean something like this, but generally it's necessary to have a team. Alright, do you think teamwork is more important than individual work? Why or why not? It depends on the tasks that you have to execute, to be honest, but generally teamwork is more important because each person is able, I guess, to work individually, but to create a team that is able to work in teamwork, it's very important. And alright, in here, so I don't remember what I was talking about, but I mean that teamwork is harder to create it, that this system, to force the system work properly is harder than to force one person work properly. So that's why it's more important, and at the same time it's harder. Alright, what are the advantages and disadvantages of working in a team? If I'm not mistaken, I mentioned about it in the beginning of the video, so I'm not going to talk about it a lot. But about advantages, it's much more faster. You have someone who is able to make you to upgrade your mood, or something like this. You have someone to talk about something probably, and it makes your process really faster. And when you can see the significant progress, it forces you to continue, and you can't just give up. But about disadvantages, as I mentioned, the only disadvantages that I can tell about is people who aren't interested in success of your project. For example, when you're working team and some persons, they are obstacles for you, they don't help you. That's the only reason, and sometimes it creates some problems. So yeah, but generally, I don't know, probably if I had more time to think, I would say something more about it. But now I have to say first thoughts that I have in my mind, and I don't have thoughts about disadvantages of working team. So I don't think that there are a lot of, and also it depends on the project, what are you doing, what the place you are, what kind of circumstances surround you, and it's a lot of reasons affected. So it's hard to just tell about it, and that's why I have the only disadvantage in my mind. It's like persons who aren't interested in your project. All right, how can people develop good teamwork skills? I don't know, probably they are able to read about it. I guess there are some books even to read how to work in the team, how to treat other people. Also, you should learn another skills, how to communicate with others, because in my opinion, it's crucial in your life. And I read the book, How to Influence People and How to Make Friends. And that's a book by Dale Carnegie, and it's really cool. I recommend really for each of person to read it, because you realize how you should treat the people, because everything in this world bases on communication and on ideas, and to share your idea clearly, to stay in touch with someone without any negative troubles. You should know how to communicate with people, because it's really skills that you should learn. So I guess read some books, and I don't know, something like this, like reading about it, because a lot of knowledge are hidden inside the books. Alright, do you think modern technology makes teamwork easier or harder? I guess it makes much more easier because it's easier to agree when you got some problems. You're able to let know about it just due to sending one message or something like this, or when someone can't execute his tasks, there's some AI, for example, who's able to partly or not partly somehow replies that person, you know what I mean? And yeah, definitely, in my opinion, technologies nowadays make it easier, and technology makes it easier. And sometimes even the person who know how to work with technologies, or for example, several persons who know how to work with the technologies, they can be more productive than people like bigger group of people but who don't know how to use technologies nowadays. Alright, that's all for today. Oh my god, 22 minutes almost video. That's crazy. I don't remember when I recorded such videos. Alright, that's all for today and see you tomorrow.